Alright, so this is ArcGunner from morepower.com and thepunkeffect.com, and I am here with
Andrew
from
Wowee.
Wowee Toys. Now, the big toy that they got shown off this year at Toy Fair 2014 is this little guy, Mip. Can you tell us a few things about this guy?
Sure. So Mip is our latest robot by Wowee, and he's really interesting for a number of different reasons. First of all, because he's on two wheels and he stands up by himself. He's able to balance by himself. The next thing that's great about Mip is that I control him with my hands. So he's responsive to all sorts of different motion. The next thing that's awesome about Mip is that I turn his wheel to play with him. So I spin his wheel around, I get different colors in his chest, and each chest is a new game. Mip actually comes with a tray table that looks like so, where he can handle payloads. So he can actually handle up to his own body weight on his tray. So if I grab another one of these guys and throw him on, hold on, let's give him a little more runway to readjust. Right on the edge.
And how much do these guys weigh, considering it's able to take its own payload?
Roughly the same as a can of Coke, for example.
Okay.
So it's pretty substantial.
A good 12 ounces-ish?
For sure.
Okay.
So the last really cool thing about Mip is that he has an app. The app is free. It comes with the product. It works on iOS or Android. It's Bluetooth enabled, and it allows you to do all sorts of different stuff. So it allows you to drive him around. You can trace a path that he'll follow to scale. You can do things like box. We're developing games like soccer. All sorts of fun other stuff.
I actually remember seeing something similar to this little robot having a soccer game on YouTube not too long ago.
I don't think that was related, but...
Oh, it might have been a similar robot. I guess, yeah, but still. Also, I remember you telling me that you have a YouTube event going on in conjunction with this guy.
So one of the messages we're trying to get across with Mip is just how fun and personable and how accessible he is. So we really want to try and promote that in a new and interesting way. So what we're doing is we're actually staffing a team called the Mipsters. The Mipsters are a team who can build your wildest dreams around the product. So we're going to source the crowds and ask our users and ask our customers, what do you guys want to see us do with Mip? We want to see him do, different stunts. We want to see him spoof popular events in pop culture, like Flappy Bird, for example, or like like the mishap at the Olympics, or anything topical and relevant. We want to be able. Well, bloopers. What? Alright, so anything topical and relevant, we want to be able to be hyper responsive to and cater towards just everyday consumer demands as far as the ways they want to consume media and see things. So here's how the contest works. You visit the Mipsters landing page and you submit your idea. If it's your idea, for example, on any given day that's the most upvoted or liked by the rest of the users, well, now the team of Mipsters has 24 hours to build, shoot, and execute your idea.
They're very temperamental, apparently.
They have a lot of character. So, if it's your idea that wins, now the team of Mipsters has 24 hours to build, shoot, and post your idea. If it's your idea that wins, the team of Mipsters now has 48 hours to build, shoot, and post your idea. So, not only will they post your idea, but you also win a free Mip. The last really interesting caveat is your stunt that you're suggesting might actually land up in a commercial for Mip down the line if it's visually pleasing or compelling enough that we might throw it in. So that's a nice little...
So it's like a double. It's a product incentive as well as a media incentive for people to really come up with something for these little guys.
Exactly. And we just want to source the crowd and say, hey, what kind of cute things can you see this personality do?
You told me that some people have already come up with a couple ideas. Can you tell us what some of these different shows, different clips have been?
Right. So we've done stuff around the Olympics, for example. So when the 5 rings didn't show up, we just did a little Instagram sort of video where we have 5 MIPs all arranged according to the Olympic sign.
And one of them's sleeping?
And the 5th one is taking a snooze. We have another one with the game of Flappy Bird where MIP's doing a slalom, just like, to play on the whole Sochi Olympics. So he's on a pair of skis, and then he gets to the first set of gates, and it says game over, and he stops, for example. And there's just a million other cute little ideas like that we figured down the line. When interesting things come up, we'll be able to play on and,
Another thing, what is the price point on these guys?
So these guys will retail for $99.
So that's about the price that RoboSapien, which is another Wowee product, sold for when he first came out.
Right.
So it's basically just the next generation of that.
It's exactly that. It's the next gen. It's a little more high tech, a lot more accessible. Really cute design.
Then a little remote control and a cup.
Exactly. So he's lots of fun. We're really excited about it.
It seems like it. Also, what are you thinking? Are you allowing this guy like open source for people to like mess around with, like deco it up themselves, do whatever?
Sure. So based on the whole campaign, we're talking about the different ways we want to incite people as to what they want to do with their MIPs, but we have to support those curiosities. So we have SDK and developer kits for both Android and iOS, where our users can go ahead and develop apps for them. So they can build all sorts of games, they can alter the functionality if they're so inclined. The possibilities are really endless. We're trying to be as open as possible with this thing.
So basically you're trying to get this guy to, like, everyone to have this guy and basically imagine all different ways of playing with this new functioning little robot. Everyone has their own little companion.
Exactly, and some people will do cute little references, others will do more robust things like hack into its firmware and alter the way the product works if they're capable. So we're really excited to see the different ways our different users will interact with the product.
I can definitely say I'm looking forward to being able to mess around with this guy and see if I could, like you said, try and get a couple different games going with this.
Yeah, for sure. We'll make sure we get you one.
Awesome. Yes, Wowee. Well, Wowee, everybody. Once again, thank you for taking
Thanks for having us. No problem.
No problem. And you can find this video on thepunkeffect.com and morepower.com. Thank you. Good night from Toy Fair.